Hello guys, and welcome back to the Folklore Hike and Stick Workshop. It's a bit chilly today. I've got a nice warm cup of coffee in here, but I'm breaking one of my golden rules. I'm in the workshop and it's a Sunday. I have done something with the family and the boys. We've taken them for a bike ride just up the road, but I need to get on with straightening some wood. And as you can see, I'm using the hot air gun method and my jig. So I'm in the workshop and I'm getting a bit of a stockpile of sticks together. But I thought I'd let you have a look at that hiking stick I started, where I started carving a Woodspirit, put a deer antler on top, did some wood burning of a stag's head, and it was a nice spiraled piece of wood. And I've put like a good solid 3-inch copper tip on the bottom, and it's come out absolutely magnificent, better than I hoped. I'm struggling to let it go, and my wife was saying to me I might want to keep that because it's just one of those sticks that you make that you know you'll. And I've had a few over the years which I've made, and I know that I was going to regret as soon as I let them go, and obviously sold them. And then I've been thinking that was a really nice piece of wood. I really should have kept that, with it in mind, thinking I'm going to struggle to come across a piece just like that. So I'm a bit torn. I don't know what to do. Sell it or keep it. But I'm beginning to swing more to the first of keeping it. So there's two nice pieces of wood that I'm actually just working on this second, and that's a real heavy gauged piece in the actual jig. It's been heated up with the hot air gun, and you can see I'm applying the pressure through the jack to take the bend out. But why am I using such a heavy gauge piece of wood? Well, I intend to do some more Woodspirits on this hiking stick here. I'm not going to put a deer antler on it, but I intend to carve. I would say I'm hoping to do 2 Woodspirits, like one front and one back, and see how that goes with the customers. I'll probably put this one online just to gauge the actual enthusiasm for something like that. But yeah, it really is a solid piece of wood. If I was to put it there, it is the best part of, let's have a look if I can get there. That there is about just under 2 inches, between, yeah, just under 2 inches on that actual handle piece there, coming down to about 1.5 inches. So yeah, a real solid piece of wood to work there. And this piece here is marked BT. Now BT for me, when I rack a piece of wood with BT, that's Blackthorn. Right now I'm trying to drink my coffee before it goes cold. Blackthorn, I've explained the reasons multiple times why I don't do a lot of it. For anybody that doesn't know, I'm allergic to the actual spines. It actually has hospitalised me before. But yeah, I have a piece here that was harvested probably 1.5 years ago. So it's ready for me to work. And I'm looking forward to working with it. You can see all those real wicked protrusions, thorns. I've knocked off pretty most of them, but there is, even when you knock them off, the very sharp little protrusions they leave behind, they're still you know, plenty painful enough if you jab yourself with one. So I'm studying this one and I'm looking at how I want to work this one. I have a video where I showed you what I did with a piece of Blackthorn, which hawthorn, which is kind of similar, but yeah, this is the real deal, as in Blackthorn BT. And I possibly only get a handful of this each year, and sadly this year, due to personal circumstances, I haven't been able to harvest any Blackthorn at all. So you know, I'm possibly going to be mostly hazel next year, because quite simply the ease and speed I could get a harvest from with hazel this year from my I won't call it my secret location, I'd call it my favourite location. I pretty much did all my harvest there this year, but sadly that was due to reasons beyond my control. But yeah, I'll let you have a little look at that in a minute as well. So a great deal of you will probably know this back wall now is what I'm going to be using up this year. And this here is my harvest for this year. And it's pretty much the same as the dried harvest, the amount. As you can see, I always gauge by how far I come out and go around. There's hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of sticks there, but 98% of it is all hazel, like I've said. It's not a big deal for me. It just means that I don't get that little bit of a flurry of excitement when I pick up a different species of wood to work. But I do love hazel. It's a good all-round wood. It's not a hardwood and it's not a softwood, so it can be used in all applications, you know, with crafting. It does bend easy. It takes all, you know, paints, oils, varnishes and finishing products. It's a fantastic all-way round you know, wood. But that's my harvest. I was hoping to get at least another half as much and store in another location, but I ran out of time, and there's nothing I can do about that now. Well, here's that finished hiking stick I was talking to you about, and yeah, I'm just looking at it now, and it's one of those sticks that you make that you want to keep, like I've said, but not only keep, not use. And I don't really have any showpiece hiking sticks in my possession. Everything that I've got is what I use, and because you use it and in the manner I use it, it does look like it's used. I have no showpiece hiking sticks on the mantelpiece or hanging up, which I suppose really, as a hiking stick maker, I should have. And yeah, I'm still undecided, but I'm beginning to go more like I'll keep it. Could this be one of the pieces I put above the mantelpiece? I don't know, but I'll let you have a look, and you can see it's not a quality piece of antler. It's from a roe deer, and as you can see, it doesn't look as nice as red deer or other species like that, but it does look very foresty. It looks very rough around the edges, and it's got that look of unadulterated and unmolested nature, if I can say that. So it does look really nice in that respect. It's capped off with milliput, which is nice and hard. It's gone a brilliant bone ice white, polished and sanded to the shape to cap where I've drilled down into the antler. I've got it as flush as I can get to that, but I've had to use milliput as a seating base, because this wasn't a very good cut piece of antler, and I wanted to keep all the flares on the bottom of the antler, so I didn't want to get put it on like a grinding disc and get it dead flat and take away all these rough flares. I wanted to keep those, but it does work, because as I've stained and oiled the actual stick, it's actually the actual resin is kind of taking a hint of it, so it doesn't have that overall clear look. So it does look like it's supposed to be there like that. So yeah, I'm really loving that, and it does work. Should I have waited to get a piece of quality antler? Probably, if you're doing it for yourself or for a customer. You know, this is just an odd piece I've had kicking around the workshop forever, not knowing what to do with it, but I think it's worked out pretty well. It's a solid shaft, and it's been polished on the bark, so it's really smooth. I've used an oversized piece of lanyard. My normal size is 8mm. I've gone up to 10 on this because, quite simply, this is a big hiking stick, so it does match it. Because it's an oversized hiking stick, you needed an oversized lanyard to kind of make it look visually okay, but also when you're locked in there, it does take a lot of that pressure and weight when you're using it, because it is quite a heavy stick, this one. Anyway, coming down to probably the bit that I want to show you, and that was the Woodspirit that I done on it. As you can see his hair at the back there, see his face there, moustache. His nose was actually a knot in the wood that I selected to work around, and I think he's come out very nice. I did dress him with some stain and sand back. I used stain because I wanted it to pop out, which I think it does. Then I did a wood burning of a stag's head, and that's come out very well. So yeah, from the stag's head, you can see that twist on the actual shaft, and that's been done by a vine. The wood chamfers down into a real nice heavy piece of copper, and it's like over 3 inches. But you can see where the coloration on the actual wood here, as it wraps around from there all the way around, where the vine actually entered into the wood beneath the bark. And you can see where the vine has strangled and twisted the actual wood faintly, but it is there. So yeah, I'm more than happy with this, and yeah, I will be manufacturing others along this similar line, so they will be, you know, going into the marketplace. But yeah, the first one in this particular style, I really ought to keep it, I think. I don't know, I really ought to. Just one other thing I'd like to address is this hoodie that I'm wearing. I don't know if you can see it, the design, the back. I've been asked when I've been out and about and at craft fairs, customers when they come to my property to pick up a stick or purchase a stick, or when I'm going off to just even drop sticks off to the couriers, and indeed in correspondence I've had and been suggested, you know, am I actually going to release any of these hoodies on the market, you know, along with my hiking sticks. I had them made primarily just for us when we're at craft fairs, so when, you know, we're sat with our stall, the wife is wearing one, I'm wearing one, and my young kids have got one, and you know, both of them are running around with these tops on. It's kind of a little bit like free advertising, so we've never given it a real serious thought. We have now made inroads into talking about it, but that has kind of changed a little bit, where we've kind of thought to ourselves, well, you know, could we, should we, will we? And we're still in the middle of thinking about that, but that is a serious, you know, thought process that we've got going on at the moment. And I just thought I would share this on this video, not as a sales pitch, but just to say, you know, there is a possibility. And as I've always said to you guys, I'm not all about money. That isn't you know, trying to make money. It's just that I've had such a wealth of people asking, referencing the hoodies, and we've only just started looking at, you know, what the prices would be, how it would work, how you could do it. So we're still a long way off yet, but that idea has floated for us. And you know, even if it's not about making money off the hoodie, it's pretty much like the hiking sticks. It's advertising the hiking sticks if somebody buys one, and not only that, it's just that little factor of, you know, something of yours is out there, you know, in the world, making its way around, and somebody's you know, wanted to purchase something like that, you know, based on your product, your hiking sticks. So yeah, that's something that could be coming in the future. I don't know. I'm not 100% convinced on the idea yet, but it is something that we've taken on board what people said and asked. We're thinking about it, and we'll see where we go with that. Like I said, life isn't you know, all about money, and it may just turn out to be too much aggro for me, and you probably got the impression from me that I'm trying to take a slightly easier route in life. But if it can be done, and you know, it's not too big an inconvenience or cost or anything like that, I may be announcing at some point that we'll be, you know, releasing them. But yeah, so at the moment, let's get back to hiking sticks. Right, and like I was saying, getting back to hiking sticks and the topic, we've reached the point where we literally have, the harvesting season is finished. That might sound a little bit strange, because there has actually been, in some valleys I've been, very small lime green buds. So sap is beginning to move. So you could argue in some areas that you wouldn't want to harvest from because sap is already moving. But more sheltered valleys are possibly a month and a half behind the more forward ones. So you could technically still harvest there. But the reason we can't is because from the 1st of March, bird nesting season, and harvesting from hedgerows or hedge cutting becomes a bit of a no-no till you reach September. And there's a date in September, I can't think of it off my head, but you can find all this information online, where you can then start hedge cutting and everything again. But here in the UK, we do have some, you know, legislation and guidelines we work to. I don't know what it would be in your country, region or area, but yeah, we stick to those religiously, not just because of sap moving within the wood, because of wildlife concerns and bird nesting and things like that. And never harvest within those periods, because we all love the wildlife, and while we're out hiking with our hiking sticks, that's what we're out to see. So we do our bit as well for the environment and helping out the wildlife, and we don't harvest within those set periods. But yeah, I'm going to call this a day now. It is starting to, the light is beginning to go here, and I've got to get the dog out for one last walk. Thanks for coming along and having a look what's happening here in Folklore Hiking Stick Workshop. And yeah, take care, stay safe, and I hope to catch you guys out on the trail.